Hey guys, it's Dawn Christine with DesignTalk, where we walk and talk all things design. And today we are in Queenstown, New Zealand, and we are talking about our normal climb that we take to get from the main house to the lower level of the garage. And when you go for a walk in Queenstown, this is what you have to do to get down to the water's edge. When you live in a mountain region, it's very invigorating to take a walk. And here in this quaint town, there are a variety of materials and colors in the architecture. And it's really interesting because in the natural landscape, it is very diverse in terms of color and texture, and you really see it in the local architecture. And here on the right, there is a modern house, and it seems to be under construction. And it is defined with rich earth tone materials which contrast the multicolored mountains behind. And another thing unique about Queenstown is that it's simultaneously framed by mountains and water, which create dynamic views and spaces. It's just spectacular. You can see here the gray mountains that are rocky in shape reaching up out of Lake Wakatipu, and the green foliage softly frames the blue waters. These views are just breathtaking. Here we have additional modern homes with glass railings bookended with an A-frame house. The steep A-frame is reminiscent of the shape of the edgy mountain range. We're now looking back at this gorgeous landscape with many textures and colors that are picturesque setting for these homes. And in this case, the landscape is what creates the picture frame for the architecture. Another lakefront cottage with glass railings that disappear into the blue water, and another striking house that has strong, warm brown colors to contrast the blues of the lake and sky. And you notice the horizontal siding is very thin. Gives the home a nice modern feel. They don't say it's the fittest town in the world for no reason. These are all the steps you have to climb. But the steps give you an incredible view of the neighborhood, grand vistas of the mountain ranges, and an inviting view of Lake Wakatipu.
Right, look at this place. We made it and we are videoing, so say hello. Hello, good morning. Look at this place. Yeah. Nice.
It's like, okay, travel. Yeah, that's cool.
Here we are on our last day at New Zealand, and we're walking the downtown area by the lake, and we're just enjoying the architecture, and then the skies are blue. And in terms of experiential architecture, this is just a perfect example. It's a typical shopping area. It's got the excitement and the vibe of the stores. It's framed. It's a big walkway that is framed on both sides by shops. But what makes this experiential is that it terminates at an epic visual ending. Lake is framed by these just spectacular mountains. They just take your breath away. You really can't even get a sense of it not being here, because you can't perceive the grandeur of the size and scale relative to how small you are compared to the mountains. But here in New Zealand, the architecture, the retail architecture is very diverse in texture and material and color, and it really picks up on the colors of nature. Up here is Patagonia, and it's just a fantastic ice cream shop. So look this way, and the architecture frames this gorgeous mountain, and that's the gondola that goes up. Here's the gondola. So we were talking about what are the issues that most people ask when they start, and one of them is how do you start the design process?
Right.
So what is the difference between an architect and a set of stock plans? Why would you want to come to us? What benefit can we do to help you? So I did use you a doctor, about the diagnosis and multiple doctors. So we introduced the views and options that want to do it. We also talked about interior architecture. That's going to put with our nations. How we can take the photos of thoughts from that. I thought it was awesome because it touches into the depth of who people are and brings that to the surface, so then we can actually deal with the real issues. Until you bring that out, you can't really address it and target it. So it was so powerful and just useful. We had tears and everything.